Silly Bakers. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nini and I love to create healthier recipes. Today we are talking coffee cake. We are making a healthier coffee cake. One of my husband's favorite desserts ever is a coffee cake. Now, he has quite a few desserts that he loves, but he loves a coffee cake. So he said, can you please make me a coffee cake? And I said, yes, but it's going to be a little bit of a healthier version. And he said, okay. So this is my take on a healthier coffee cake. We're using almond flour. We're using a little bit of ground flax, which he doesn't know about. And we're using some coconut sugar and a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of applesauce. We are using some eggs, and it's just a few steps. We want a cinnamon swirl in the middle, and we want a really delicious crumb on top. So we are using butter. You can use coconut oil. You can use a vegan butter as well. This, I would say, is keto friendly. I don't think applesauce is keto friendly, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But there's not very much of it. And you can swap out your sugars as well for a good brown sugar substitute. So before we get to the recipe, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like and share our videos with your friends and family. So let's learn how to make this really delicious, healthier coffee cake.
You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are going to toast our almond flour. This is 2 2/3 cup of almond flour. We will need that for both the batter and the crumb topping. We're going to toast this for about 6 or 7 minutes until it's lightly golden, and then we're going to set it aside to cool. Next, we want to grease and line an 8x8 baking pan and then set it aside. And we're going to melt half a cup of butter. I'm actually going to melt it and brown the butter for extra flavor. You don't have to do that. You can use coconut oil or vegan butter here as well. We're going to make our crumb topping. We're adding 2/3 cup of the almond flour, 1/3 cup of coconut sugar. We're adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of that melted brown butter. We want this to be a little bit clumpy, just because it is the crumb top, and we want it to hold a little bit of its shape. So you can just mix it around and see where you're at. You definitely don't want this to be dry, so it needs to be definitely a wetter mixture. So I'm going to actually grab it with my hand here, and if it holds together, it's not bad. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more butter, maybe another half a tablespoon. So I used a total of about 4 tablespoons for the crumb topping. And then once it's mixed, I'm actually going to stick this in the fridge while I do everything else. Next, we're going to make our cinnamon layer. So this is going to be the layer that's going in the center of this coffee cake. We're going to add 1/4 cup of coconut sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of that melted brown butter. We're going to mix this together until it's well incorporated, and then we're going to set this aside. Let's make our batter. You're going to grab a medium to large bowl. You're going to add 3 eggs, room temperature. We're going to add 1/4 cup of coconut sugar, and 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You can use any sweetener you like in this recipe. I do suggest a brown sweetener here. I'm adding a 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce, and the final last 1/4 cup of that brown butter. This is 2 teaspoons of good quality vanilla. This is Sassy Kathy's vanilla. She's offering our viewers 15% off her 4-ounce bottle. Details in the description box. Next, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. And because we are adding the leavening agents to the wet ingredients, we want to make sure that we are incorporating them very, very well. So take a couple minutes and whisk everything very well. And lastly, we're going to add our dry ingredients. We're going to add our 2 cups of toasted almond flour, and I'm going to incorporate some ground flax. So this is a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed. And we're just going to mix everything until it is well incorporated. And now it's time to assemble our almond flour coffee cake. We're going to pour half of the batter into our 8x8 baking pan. And then we are going to spread that evenly from corner to corner. It does seem like a thin layer. Don't worry about that because it will rise in the oven. Once we have spread this out evenly from corner to corner, we are going to add our cinnamon sugar to this layer. We're just going to distribute it evenly. I just like to use my hand and actually just spread it out as evenly as possible from corner to corner, just so every bite has that cinnamon swirl. And I added the rest of my batter on top of the cinnamon swirl. And again, we're going to try to spread this out from corner to corner. Lastly, we're going to grab our crumb from the fridge and we're going to add it to the top. So what I like to do is grab it with my hand and just scrunch it up so we're getting clumps of this crumb on top. And we want to spread this on the coffee cake in an even layer. It's time to bake. 350, I would say 40 minutes or so until a toothpick comes out clean. Enjoy our healthier almond flour coffee cake. It is moist, it is buttery, it has an incredible cinnamon flavor. It is so good. Enjoy this with your favorite cup of coffee or tea.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to our channel for more healthy recipes. If you do try this healthier coffee cake, let me know in the comments below. Also, the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box as well as in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching and happy baking.